So Rogue One came out last Friday, and it's pretty incredible. And one of the best parts of it were the characters that it introduced. You know, you got Jyn Erso, Cassian Andor, and of course everyone's favorite new droid, K2SO. But it got me thinking about a lot of my favorite characters from the old Star Wars canon, now called Legends. And the vast majority of them are no longer connected to the canon, which kinda sucks. So I figured I would do the rational thing and put them into a list for all of you to enjoy. So here are my top 5 favorite Legends characters who I would like to see brought back into the main canon. She was a smuggler, the Emperor's hand, the apprentice of a character on this list, and even the beloved wife of Luke Skywalker himself. Mara Jade was a Jedi Master created by author Timothy Zahn in 1991 for his novel Heir to the Jedi. She went on to become one of the most recognized members of the expanded universe, appearing in countless stories until she was ultimately killed by Jason Solo. Man, the male Solo children have a nasty habit of turning into gigantic dicks. Well, either that or, dying. Jade would be an excellent addition to the current story continuity. Maybe have her appear in a flashback as one of the Jedi Luke was training. And you could even continue the trend of Solo's killing her by having Kylo Ren kill her. Yay, traditions! When I think Sith Lords, Marka Ragnos is who comes to mind. He was a half-human, half-Sith hybrid who lived thousands of years before anyone else on this list. During his lifetime, he ruled over the Sith as the Dark Lord of the Sith, a title he wrestled control of through brutal combat and cunning backstabbing. He basically embodied everything that it meant to be Sith. And even after his death, he continued to both directly and indirectly influence the rest of the galaxy. I could see him being brought in as sort of an idol for Snoke. Hell, maybe his Spectre is using Snoke for some nefarious means. He's done that kind of stuff before in the past, so it would fall in line with the character. Yet another Dark Lord of the Sith, Revan was originally a Jedi Knight who went against the judgment of the Jedi Council and led a group of Jedi in taking part in the Mandalorian Wars. At the end of that war, Revan, along with his close friend Malak, turned to the dark side, which in turn led to the Jedi Civil War. After being beaten in combat by Bastila Shan and other Jedi, he actually went on to become the main character of Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. Revan could be a lot like Marka Ragnos, in that he could be a long since deceased character whose legacy plays a big role in shaping the story of the new canon. I remember when The Force Awakens was first coming out, people were theorizing that Kylo Ren's mask was in some way connected to Revan's. Why not take that idea and run with it? Set Ren up as sort of being inspired by the Sith Lords of old, and not just Vader. Although his focus would of course still be on his grandpa because, family. Ulic Qel-Droma is the subject of perhaps my favorite Star Wars storyline, the rise, fall, and redemption of Ulic Qel-Droma, as covered in the Tales of the Jedi comic books. Ulic was a Jedi Knight who befriended Alima and Satal Keto, a pair of nobles who dabbled in the dark side of the Force and formed the Krath, a secret society of dark side worshippers. Ulic was undercover with the nobles, working to gain their trust so that he could eliminate them, when Exar Kun, a fallen Jedi and self-proclaimed Dark Lord of the Sith, entered his life. The two teamed up and went on to leave a trail of destruction in their wake, slaughtering all those who opposed them. When his friends, including his brother Kay and former lover Nomi Sunrider, tried to stop him and return him to the light, it ended with the death of his brother and the severing of his connection with the Force. Now the story doesn't end there, but I don't want to go any further because I don't want to spoil it for you guys. Honestly, I would love to see the whole story made a part of the new canon. I think it would be awesome to see as a standalone Star Wars story, like how Rogue One is. That being said, it being set thousands of years prior to the main saga sort of throws a wrench in that whole plan, as audience members wouldn't have many familiar faces or ideas to latch onto. Still though, it is a fantastic story that I recommend everyone check out. Now before we hit number 1, here are a few honorable mentions. Like Mara Jade, Kyle Katarn was a member of the new Jedi Council under Luke Skywalker. He actually was Mara Jade's Jedi Master for a time, but he's not really remembered by Star Wars fans for that reason. He's remembered because he's basically Han Solo with a mother-flippin' lightsaber. In the original canon, Katarn actually had a hand in the stealing of the original Death Star plans, as seen in the absolutely fantastic game Dark Forces. Later on in life, he fought to stop the Dark Jedi Jarek and his band of followers from harnessing the Valley of the Jedi, a fountain of immense power capable of granting unlimited power to those who misused it. During this journey, Katarn discovered his own latent force powers and became one of the first post-Empire era Jedi Knights. Leading up to the release of Rogue One, I hoped that we would at least get a cameo by Katarn in the film, maybe as some random guy who helps out Jyn and Cassian. Alas though, no such luck. Still, perhaps Katarn could show up as a member of Luke's Jedi Order just like Mara. Only let's not have Kylo kill him, please? Please? So that's my list. Do you disagree with anybody that I put on there? Who would you put on there? Let me know down in the comments section. And while you're down there, why don't you give this video a like and consider subscribing? I think I'm gonna go watch Rogue One again, and until next time guys, have a good one.